Well, good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Schooner Morning Show. I'm your host, Mark Prevo, and joining me today is this lovely woman, Gloria Parker. Gloria, you live up in Studio 209 right now, is that right?
I do. Yes.
209, yeah, absolutely. And how's it going? Do you like Schooner Estates?
Yes.
You've been here, what, 2 or 3 or 4?
It'll be 3 years next month.
3 years next month.
3 years, yeah.
Boy, time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yep.
So you were here before the pandemic, so you know that it was fun.
Oh yes, I've really had some good times here.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
But we all miss what we can't do anymore.
I know it, I know. We should be grateful for what we have, though. We're very, very lucky that we've been so fortunate here not to have an outbreak yet.
I know.
And let's hope we get through this whole thing with none.
I hope so.
But it takes all of us working together.
Yep.
Yeah. Gloria, tell us where you were born. We all want to know.
Oh, I was born in good old Lewiston, Maine.
Really?
Yes, I
Right
was.
in Lewiston.
In Lewiston.
And were you brought up here too, or you lived here through your childhood?
Graduated from Lewiston High School.
Yeah.
And stayed here until 1972.
Wow.
And then we moved.
Now, Lewiston High School must have been over on Central Avenue at the time.
It's still there, but it's been renovated.
Uh-huh. Well, now it's a middle school. The old high school is a middle school, yeah.
Can't keep up.
Yeah. So you stayed here till 72.
Till 72.
And did you meet the man of your life, or what happened?
In the neighborhood we were living in, he had just got out of the service, and we all congregated at a certain store, and that's where I met him.
No kidding.
That's where I met him.
And you started to date?
Yeah, we started to date, and then when I finished high school, I married a month afterwards in 1948.
Wow, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
So, so you stayed here for a while. You must have had jobs, or did you have a job, or did your husband have a job? Did you take care?
He was a tractor trailer driver.
Yeah.
And he always worked in the local area, from here to Rockland and back. And I worked at Raytheon. Semiconductor for quite a while.
Yeah.
And then I stayed home for a while, and then I went to, it's not called Tamburns anymore, it's Procter & Gamble.
Yes, that's right.
I worked there.
Yeah.
That was a nice place to work, really.
Still is. People still say that's a really nice place to work.
It was a nice place.
Yeah. And you must have had some children, because I know you have a daughter.
I have 3 children, a son who's my oldest, and then Jill, and then Kimberly. And that's it.
Do they live in the local area, or are they?
Jill just moved from her house in Green, and I don't know where she's going. She doesn't know yet.
She doesn't know herself.
Not yet what she's going to do.
Yeah.
She's got stuff everywhere because she moved from a big home, and she doesn't really know what she's going to do, but she's got to make up her mind.
Oh, got to make up your mind. Got to live somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Danny lives in Mechanic Falls, and Kimberly lives in Portland. Well, she has a cottage, and then she lives in town in the winter.
Very nice.
So that's nice.
Very, very nice. Yeah. So they're very close by.
They're close by, but I don't see Kim too much because she's quite busy.
Yeah.
And Jill is very hard to reach. She's busy too.
Yeah, right.
And she just got back from Florida to see her grandchildren, of course. And so she needed the rest because she was very busy preparing to move because she'd been in that house since they were married.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know what her plans are, whether she'll buy again or just move into a condo. I don't know.
Yeah. So now, did you stay in the Lewiston area for always, or did you move? It seems to me you moved.
We stayed till 72. Then we moved to the Rockland area, and we stayed there for 35 years.
35 years in the Rockland area.
And then we came back because my husband wasn't feeling that well then, and we thought we better get back with the family, so that's what we did.
Right.
And he was never happy back here.
No kidding. He liked Rockland better?
We liked the ocean.
Yeah,
We
definitely.
were right on the water.
Did you have a boat?
Yeah, we had a boat, well, a small one. We used to go to Moosehead and fished a lot.
Yeah.
And we were busy all the time when he wasn't working and I wasn't working. and we had a pretty good life, and we really missed it coming back here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so different, you know. From
Oh, it is. When you live on the ocean,
Yeah.
you know, the whole climate is different.
It was nice, and
Along
the
the
people are
ocean.
very nice up there. But when I first moved there, in fact, I didn't want to go there. I said to my husband, "I'm not moving here."
Yeah,
And but it was more like a fish town at the time.
yeah,
And now it's really nice. In fact, the harbor is as pretty as Camden, I think.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, it's become a real foodie town. You know, the #1 restaurant in Maine is in Rockland.
oh yeah,
And it's become kind of a foodie town, and there's a lot of art there with the
lot of
Farnsworth
art.
Museum.
because
And
we've been all through the Farnsworth, and
Yeah.
I like the Wyeth prints. I've told you that before.
sure,
And so there's a lot going on there in the summertime.
there is. And you're very close to Camden and
Yeah.
Thomaston and Rockport and...
We used to go everywhere, all
Oh,
around,
yeah.
down, you know, down
Yeah.
to Port Clyde and
Oh,
and,
sure.
yeah, all those places.
Yeah.
It's nice. We used to go on island picnics. We'd go out in a lobster boat and get off on a little pram and go on shore and stay there all day.
Wow.
And travel to the lighthouses. It was just, there's a lot to do there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it is different. It's a whole different way of life.
It is.
Yeah.
You're familiar with it anyway, aren't you?
Well,
A little bit.
I am very familiar because my wife and I love to go for a ride on a weekend.
Yeah.
And we will typically go to the coast somewhere and just kind of check it out. And then we always vacation for at least 1 week on the coast. So
You did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's really nice. The Maine coast is nothing like
Beautiful.
it.
I know,
It's
I love
beautiful.
it. Yeah.
The rocky inlets and everything like that.
And we used to take the long walks on these islands too, and they're just, it's beautiful. We
Yeah.
went to Whitehead, and we saw a lot of lighthouses.
Yeah.
A nice one in Owl's Head.
Yes.
So it's just a nice place to live.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. So, did you have any hobbies or passions or interests
Well,
all along? Were you a knitter? Did you
I
read?
crochet. I learned how to. Well, I'm left-handed, so this lady, where we lived out in the country, like in Owl's Head, and only one woman lived on that road year-round. So she taught me how to crochet, and that's what I did, because I used to knit, and crocheting is a lot quicker. So she showed me how, but it was a little difficult because I'm left-handed. So when you're left-handed, everything is a little harder to do.
It's the opposite, right?
So I spent time doing that and reading, and on the weekends we're always on the go. And we did go back to Lewiston a lot on the weekends for the family.
Yeah, yeah. See the kids
And we
and
used to get together and all play cards. We like playing cards
ah,
and all kinds of cribbage. And
yeah.
so
Now, do you
it was-
still play cribbage?
I haven't since I've been here, but I used to play all the time.
Yeah, you should. There's a group here that play
Yeah,
cribbage.
I'd have to
Get a brush-up
get
course.
a brush up on it.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So
I can think of a few
okay.
people that could give you a brush-up course there.
We played another game called Hand and Foot.
I've heard of that.
And it takes a couple hours to play it, and that's a lot of fun. So this is what I miss.
Yeah, yeah.
So and I don't know that many play cards here, really. Well, I play with Skip once in a while.
Yeah, yeah.
He likes Skip-Bo, which is simple.
I know it. Very simple game. You know, that's something we got to get when we're able to get back together. That's something we got to do is have more cards going on because it's such a great.
It's a good
It's a good
pastime.
mind game too. It forces you to use your brain.
That's
You
right.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really miss it. And we had people in the Lewiston area that played all the time. So we played every weekend.
Every weekend, yeah,
we
yeah.
liked it.
Oh yeah, I can tell you're active.
Yeah.
And you know what I like? I see you out walking a lot. I think that's fantastic.
Not enough, really, because I find I have a problem with my balance, and I just get out of wind lately. And so I went to see the doctor the other day, and she said, "Well, she said you are 90 years old, and she said you will slow down, So she says that's what it is.
I hate it when they say that.
I know it.
I hate that.
I know.
You know, it's really, really a good thing for you. Drinking fluids and eating properly and walking.
Eating
and
properly, I found that out.
exercise, yeah, yeah. Well, the food here is so good. I know. I mean, I tell my wife all the time. I said I had the best scallops I've had in
know, me
years
too.
yesterday.
I haven't had a meal here that I haven't liked.
Oh my goodness!
And in fact, I said someday I'm going to go in the kitchen and I shall tell them how well they do because
Yeah.
the food is really excellent.
Yeah, food's good. I know
They
it.
do everything on time like they do.
Yeah.
and I don't see how people can be dissatisfied.
Well, it's really an art. It's really a craft and an art, and they practice it all the time. They're always looking for ways to.
They have to do it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
How they do it, but anyway.
Well, boy, oh boy, we've covered your life here pretty quickly. Is there anything you'd want your friends and neighbors to know about you while we have you on TV? Anything special or something you could share, and maybe somebody out there in Schooner TV land does the same thing?
Well, I really don't do that much here since we haven't had entertainment. That's what I really enjoy.
Oh, the music? So you like music
I
then?
like music.
Yeah.
And,
Have you been watching some of the special shows that we put on Channel 1390? Like sometimes we'll have a concert, or we'll have a movie, or we'll have a comedy, or we have How They Made This, or
I should do that.
trips. And yeah, we try to put on special things that would be of interest to folks, And I need to find more music, some music concerts.
Yeah, I really am not a classical music person.
No.
It's not my thing.
Right.
But otherwise than that, I enjoy anything they have. But I'm busy with my own little things that I
Sure.
do.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Because I have a computer and my iPad. I'm learning that.
Oh, good for you.
And,
Good for you.
My granddaughter had an extra one, and she says, "I'm going to send you an iPad." And I says, "Well, I don't know anything about them, but it didn't take long to pick up. I have to learn a lot more." But
Yeah.
But that keeps me busy.
Oh, it does, and that's good for your mind too. And there's so much to learn about the computers, and it's endless though. The internet is infinite.
Well, you just learn something, and then there's something new.
Yeah, all the time, all the time.
But anyway,
it's fun.
that's what keeps me busy. I'm never bored.
No, I can tell you're somebody that really likes to keep going, go.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my life.
And you got a couple of good friends here, because I see the three of you together all the time. I know you guys are always hanging out.
Well, Teresa was the first person I met when I came here.
When you did, yeah.
For Mother's Day 3 years ago, they had my daughter Jill and I eat with her and her son.
Yeah.
And that's how I met her. I mean, she's a nice person.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice, so.
Yeah. I think everybody here is
they are.
very nice.
Yeah.
We're very lucky. David does a good job of, you have to pass the niceness test before we'll let you move in. So he's really good at administering that niceness test. David Cassidy, our marketing director.
Oh, David.
Don't you remember filling out a test before you moved in, and it asks you, are you nice? Do you have a big heart? Do you care about other people? Are you empathetic? You've all filled out that questionnaire, right, before you moved in here? Right.
You know what I noticed? Everybody always speaks, no matter. I mean, if you don't know them, I don't know a lot of people. I can't remember names. I'm not good at that.
Right.
I'm terrible. But I know you gave us name tags, but we don't wear them.
I know.
And,
we tried to get you guys to wear name tags.
So, anyway, that's that.
Well, Gloria, you've been a wonderful guest. I can't thank you enough. And for you folks out there in Schooner TV land, this has been the Schooner Morning Show. We thank you for tuning in this morning. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 10:05, stop in and listen to learn more about your friends and neighbors right here at Schooner Estates. That's all for now.
And thank you. Bye
Thank
now.
you.